Tony Stark, or Iron Man, was one of many candidates for heroic death in Avengers Endgame. Even months before the premiere of the movie, we knew that some of our beloved Avengers will do anything, even give their lives to defeat Thanos. As it turned out, Iron Man sacrificed his life to beat the mighty villain, and after this moment, we couldn't help but wonder if Marvel would ever bring him back. So here's what we know at this moment. Let's start by making a little recap on Tony Stark's history and his career in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Iron Man's first appearance was in the comic book Tales of Suspense in 1963. The comic book was just a starting point for what followed in the years after. Except in the comics, we were watching Iron Man in TV series and animated films, but his biggest success was in the live-action movies. More accurately, there were 3 of them. His creator Stan Lee can be proud of what his character achieved in the last almost 60 years. He is a founding member of the Avengers, a real legend, and a favorite superhero of millions of fans around the world. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is something special, and he's not just an ordinary superhero with superpowers. He is also an owner of a big industry, a wealthy inventor, and an international arms manufacturer. He is a narcissistic businessman guy that nobody can resist when he puts on his red and gold robot suit. I can say he is one awesome guy that everybody misses right now. 3 years have passed since Avengers Endgame and the heartbreaking scene of Iron Man's death. For 3 years now, fans have been constantly asking about his possible return to MCU, not just as a character in the Avengers group, but also in a 4th solo movie. Iron Man's last solo film was released almost a decade ago, on April 14, 2013, as the first movie in Marvel's Phase 2. It was the 3rd movie in Iron Man's franchise, and it managed to gross a huge $1.2 billion worldwide. Only Frozen was above Iron Man that year. The numbers, Robert Downey Jr.'s great performance, and the positive reviews brought nominations for Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards and the BAFTA Awards. Let's make a little recap on the story of Iron Man 3. It's a New Year's Eve party in 1999, where Tony Stark meets the scientist Maya Hansen. The story picks up shortly after the events of the Avengers, and having previously entered another dimension to save New York City, Tony Stark is now deeply haunted by that experience. He's suffering from post-traumatic stress, which gives him panic attacks and insomnia. So he throws himself to work and will try several Iron Man suits. And 72 hours later, he will develop a new prototype, MK-42, of the Iron Man armature. The events outside require him to suit up again and deal with new villains. The new antagonist in the movie is the Mandarin, a badass who will make a horrible attack on the Chinese theater in LA. And his next on the list is Tony Stark himself. This bad guy will attack Tony's mansion in Malibu and will leave him with absolutely nothing. Well, he's still got his Iron Man prototype MK-42, but only in pieces. However, he will manage to put these pieces together and make his robot suit work again. But the Mandarin is not the only Iron Man enemy. You will also discover more sinister forces that will haunt you if you don't hit that like button right now. No, really, these forces are even worse than the Mandarin. Well, I think this is enough for anyone who didn't watch the movie. So let's get back to our job and see if there is any news about the potential Iron Man 4 movie. Marvel Phase 4 is slowly coming to the end. So with many things for Phase 5 kept under the wraps right now, the door for Iron Man 4 may be open. Of course, we all know that our beloved superhero died in Avengers Endgame. But can a superhero die for real? I think not, as there is always a possibility to revive him somehow. Fans have hundreds of unanswered questions, as nobody until now confirmed that Endgame was the last that we would see from Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr., who portrayed Iron Man in 11 movies back in 2014, spoke on The Ellen Show and confirmed that there will be another Iron Man movie on MCU. But his words are still only ringing in the fans' minds, and nothing else. Some rumors are suggesting that the movie could be part of Marvel Phase 5, but nothing is confirmed right now. And if it does, we can see Tony Stark nearest in 2024 or 2025. Since Robert Downey Jr. made a true legend of Iron Man in the last 15 years, we can't imagine anyone else wearing the red gold suit. Marvel is already planning the release of the Wonder Man TV series, where Tony Stark is one of the main roles. But MCU fans were disappointed when they saw that another actor will portray Iron Man. No, it's not Robert Downey, but rather Josh McQueen. This already puts doubts about Downey's return to Iron Man suit in the future. Let's just hope that this experiment in Marvel will only apply to the series about Wonder Man. On the other hand, fans also want to see more from Terrence Howard or Don Cheadle, as both actors portrayed James Rhodes. There were some other remarkable names in Iron Man movies, like Gwyneth Paltrow as Virginia Pepper Potts in the first movie, then Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff or Black Widow, and of course Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Nobody would mind if any of these actors come back and reprise their roles in another Iron Man movie. And if you smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell below the video if you haven't done it by now. Now, let's see all the rumors connected with the plot of the possible fourth Iron Man movie. Iron Man was the first superhero to be presented in the MCU, and the only superhero who got 3 solo movies. Before Endgame, fans were already concerned about Tony Stark's future in Iron Man 3, when he overcame his demons and defeated the main villain, but ended up wounded with a shrapnel piece next to his heart. He will use Jensen's help and will create an arc reactor that will keep him alive. So maybe Tony is still alive, and maybe he will come back very soon. But it's very difficult at this point to say how he would return to MCU. Some theories suggest that Iron Man could return as Kang Soldier in Avengers Secret Wars, and he could come back through the multiverse. The multiverse is the key in Marvel Phase 5 and 6, and with Kang in charge of the TVA, the door is open for Iron Man and other characters in alternate versions. So we might not see Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, but we still have Tony Stark. So if this is the deal, we won't see a solo Iron Man movie anytime soon. Maybe Marvel will first try to introduce a new actor in Iron Man suit by crossing Iron Man's path with other superheroes before another solo movie will be released. To conclude, although there is a high chance that fans haven't seen the last of Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU, he might never come back to the forefront of the franchise. Any future appearances will likely come down to a cameo or limited role that won't be unveiled officially until the next Avengers blockbusters are playing in theaters. Speaking to Joe Rogan about the possibilities of a new Iron Man movie, Downey Jr., the actor, said, "Avengers was another opportunity, but they're not talking about Iron Man 4. I was kind of bombed out, to tell the truth. But maybe they've got bigger fish to fry, and I trust their overall vision." The funny thing about these genre movies is you'd think they were national secrets. He also added that he has done all that he could with the character, but he can also do some other things. I believe that you are as confused as me. It's not clear what will happen at this point, so it's probably better if we stay patient for now. Of course, when any new update is known, another video will show up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.